It's your boy, your favorite Christian content influencer. Okay, here we are. Yet again. It's a little bit of a gloomy night tonight, but you know what else is gloomy? Making fun of people's statistics and their workouts, which we're going to be talking about a lot today. I remember I first went to the gym, I was 13 years old. You know, the other day, somebody asked me at the gym, she said, how long have you been working out? And I was like, oh, you know, about 2 years. And I said, I started working out when I was 13. We don't count from 13 to 16, okay? I did not know what I was doing. I was literally just in the gym, playing on the machines, learning new things. Here we are, you know, Gymshark, come sponsor your boy if you want. But anyway, God is good. We made it pretty far. That's where I started. All right, the equipment was heavy for me. I could barely pick up 10 pounds. I could barely curl 10 pounds. I couldn't do a pull-up. It was just overall just peak beginner level. Okay, I'll put it like that. But you know, as I got older, as I got stronger, you know, I hit 135, you know, then 185, and then, you know, 205, and it just kept scaling up. And I was like, okay, you know, I'm starting to like this strength. You know, your boy got his first bicep vein. I remember the video I got my bicep vein in. Me and my nephew were doing a vlog, and then I like looked back at the video, and I was like, oh, hold up, you can see a little curvature. You know, you can actually see separation between my forearm and my shoulder. And from time to time, I like to look back on those old videos. You know, like not even necessarily just for motivation, just like to see how far I've come, which is motivation, but like, you know, just to say, oh wow, you know, this is younger me, you know, not an ego boost, but like you could look back and be grateful for how far you've come, you know, how much you've done, your progress. You get to admire, you know, your older self, your younger self. If for those of you who have body dysmorphia, you know, look at progress pictures, okay? See how far you've come. You don't really look at how much progress you've made, you know, like you're not aware of it at all times, you know, so like you got to kind of make a conscious step to see, you know what, let me go and check my progress, you know. Increase my confidence a little bit, you know, slow motion is better than no motion. So hey, no matter, even if you just increase 2.5 pounds, okay, on the pec deck, right? You're doing something right. You're still doing something right. But then we get into the Gen Z stage of lifting, okay? Which nothing is about aesthetics anymore. It's about who can be the biggest at the youngest age. 15-year-olds who look like Hercules, bench pressing 550 pounds with an arch that looks bigger than that one building. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And they're like, oh man, this is impressive, this is my PR. And the thing is that when people's egos start getting big, they forget where they come from and they want to put down the little people. And I don't mean little people by like skinny, you know, you could be like, you know, if there's an overweight person who just get into the gym, they'll be like, oh man, is that the best you could do? Taking up all the machines, bro. That's genuinely just such loser behavior. That's the reason why I gave my example in the beginning of the video, is because I never want you guys to forget where you start coming from, okay? Whether you work out, this video is about working out, so you know, but whatever you do, okay, don't forget where you first started. Let's say you're a multi-millionaire watching this video. If you are, send me some. No, I'm just playing. Subscribe. The Bible says pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. There are several verses in the Bible telling us to stay humble, and there's a reason why. You don't have the right to give advice to anyone when you can't stay humble yourself, okay? I see a lot of people, I don't know what this awkward thing is that certain people in this generation do, but like if you compliment someone, like I complimented this guy in the gym one time. He was like squatting like, you know, almost 300, like 275, you know. I was like, wow, that's decent. You know, I go to Planet Fitness gym. Ain't nobody squatting 275 at Planet Fitness. But I was like, you know, okay. So I bumped up to him. I was like, bro, that's good, man. You know, I'm trying to get to that level, bro. This was like a while ago, okay? And he looked at me. He was like, yeah. Like he was confused at what the compliment meant. Like, I don't know. Maybe he had social anxiety. I'm not sure. But I just noticed that, you know, you walk up and you say, hey, man, your form is great, but you're doing good. And they're just like, I'm doing good. Thanks, bro. Okay. I don't know what the sarcasm is, the confusion is, but you know, it's just something that I've noticed. But staying humble, it keeps you from becoming one of those people. You know, somebody walk up to me and say, hey man, you filling out that shirt pretty well. I'm like, oh, thank you. But me, deep down, it's the little me smiling, okay? The little one who was wearing the compression pants with the compression shorts and the different color shoes, you know, he's receiving the compliment. He's happy. He's like, wow, you know, I can't see my ribs poking out when I flex no more. You know, I can't see my shoulder blades or something like that. You know, he's receiving the compliment. He remembers where he started and he's happy. But a lot of people forget that. They forget where they started, and they just view themselves as, oh, I'm holier than thou, I'm stronger than thou art, you know. Even if you just started in the gym and I've been working out for 6 years, yeah, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, what about it? You know, you can't compete with me. And that inherently makes them feel good. Like, they'll go home thinking, oh, yeah, I bench more than a 30-year-old woman who just had a pregnancy and is getting back in the gym, but I'm strong, right, guys? At the end of the day, you've also got to remember, these people don't look like that 24/7, you know. This is your boy with a bag coming back to the gym, you know. I know. Ladies. What ladies? 70% of my audience is men. But anyway, that's after a back pump, you know, good lighting. And I don't look like that 24/7, you know, but the times I do look like that, I'll take pictures. Obviously, you don't, you know, I don't know a lot of people who are going to take pictures of themselves when they're at their peak and be like, oh, you know, okay, yeah, this is what I look like, no lighting, you know, full meal, day after Thanksgiving, you know, haven't been to the gym this week, but hey, this is what I look like on the normal, you know, not too many people are going to do that. I do think as a content creator, it's going to have some level of transparency, you know, with your audience, but hey, not everyone's going to do that. You know, I don't do that too often. Do I even have pictures of me pumpless? Pause. I'm not even too sure. Like, besides the photos I have of me when I first started the gym, other than that, I don't think so, you know? And the reason why is because not a lot of people want to remember when they first started, okay? They don't want to see the skinny pictures, the fat pictures. They don't really want to see that, you know, the shirt pull, and then you wake up one day and you're deadlifting 4 plates, you know, and time truly does fly. And I think people who remember where they came from and who stay humble, as the Bible tells us, is that they're in a way better position to give advice to someone. You know, no one wants to listen to someone who's giving advice who thinks that they're better than you. At the end of the day, it's night. No, at the end of the day, it's what you can do. At the end of the day, did you do more than last time you came to the gym? Okay, even if you add on a 2.5, if you add on nothing, there may be a plateau. If you can, whatever progress you can do, maybe you didn't add anything, but you did an extra rep, you know. You might have been struggling, might have been a half rep, might have been not that big of a deal, but whatever you can do, you do it to the best of your ability, okay? You go to the gym, you say, I'm gonna progress, I'm gonna keep forward, I'm gonna try my hardest each time, not just once, okay? You go in, you do what you gotta do, you try harder than last time, and harder than last time, and harder than last time, and harder than last time, okay? No matter what. There is no plateau in your working out. There's no, oh, okay, I'm gonna reach this much, and then I'm just gonna stop. There is no overdoing it, okay? You do as much as you can, as hard as you can, as often as you can, and then you get results. Oh, but I can only bench press 90, bro. We all start somewhere, man. I couldn't lift the bar when I was younger, okay? Maybe you can't lift the bar, but that doesn't mean that you stop and give up and don't even try, okay? As long as you go into the gym and give it 100% your all, there's nothing to be ashamed of, okay? As long as you go in the gym and fail purposely and do as much as you can till you physically can't do anymore, that's what matters. Not, oh, okay, this person is my same body weight and he's my same age, but he's pulling or she's pulling so much more weight than I am. Don't worry about them, okay? Your story is not their story. You're different. You're a different person. Go to bed believing, oh man, you know, as long as I beat my record last time, I'm doing something right. As long as you do more than whatever you did the day before, you're doing something right. Because if you look up, you can get up! Okay, shout out NDO champ. Anyway, and grinding can be very lonely. It can be very, very quiet, okay? Micah tells us, when I fall, I shall arise. I think I used that in another YouTube video before, but you know what? No matter how hard you go, okay, you gotta go harder the next time. And if you can't, just try anyway. There's a lot of talk about two-sisted failure. You know, I was explaining it to my sister. I said, we were working out and she was like, oh, okay, well, I feel like I can't do anymore. I said, that's not what failure means, okay? Failure means when you physically can't put the weight back up. It's when you literally can't do anymore. It's not stopping right before and saying, oh, okay, I can't. And you know, especially working out with someone, you could truly go to failure because they're there to spot you and push the weight back up if you can't get it up. That's where growing is done, okay? You find out who's the strongest when you get to the end and the last bit of strength. All the pre-workout has worn off. There's no more music in your headphones. Let's say your battery died. You've been in the gym for 2 hours, okay? At the end of those 2 hours, what you can do at that point, it determines what separates you from the rest, okay? All the other people saying, oh yeah, I bench press 400. I'm big like this. I'm stronger than you. At the end of the day, it's what you can do that makes you better than them, okay? What you do when nobody's looking around, that's the definition of character. I remember my history teacher used to say, the definition of character is what you do when no one's looking, okay? When the gym is empty, it could be 2 a.m., it could be 4 a.m., it could be 10 p.m., okay? Whenever time you go to the gym and nobody's around, you know, there's no cameras, there's no social media, you're not taking any pictures, and it's just you and the metal, and you get to see how much you can do, that's what you should be proud of. You shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people saying, oh, but he's stronger than me, she's stronger than me. Are you stronger than you yesterday? That's what matters. Are you stronger than you from 2 years ago? Have you made progress 2 years ago? That's what you need to be paying attention to. There's nothing wrong with admiring people. You Myron, bro? I admire people all the time. I'm like, man, that guy has a great physique. I want to look like that, you know, or wow, he could bench press that much and he's 2 years younger. I wish I could. I do wish I could sometimes. But like I said, all that matters is what you can do more than what you did the day before. That's all I really want to talk to you guys about. You know, just stay focused on your own path, okay? Don't be discouraged. Just try better, do better, you know, do or do not. There is no try. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. GS loves you. Stay victorious. Bye-bye. Okay, let me stop.